Welcome back to rulevacantland.com with Luke Smith. And today I'm proud to be talking about sending more mailers. Let's send mailers for lands, the title of this one. And I just created a video, posted a couple minutes ago on YouTube. I'm going to put a link in the description of this video to that previous video. That previous video is an hour plus, hour 20 minutes or something of talking about how I'm creating these mailers and why, and the logic and the reason and why I think they're so targeted. And so this video is talking about the economics. So let's jump into first the mailing business. I love to send these letters out. I send letters out that are for cash offers to say, hello, Mr. Landowner, I'd like to buy your land for X, some dollar amount. How do I figure out that dollar amount? That's a different science. But a dollar amount that tries to get them to sell the property. And so we buy the property from them off the market, and then we put it on the market, and we sell it for some higher price and keep the difference, right? So that's the basic dance. There's a lot more nuances to it than that. If you're doing mailers and you're doing business, this kind of business on your own, you understand what I'm talking about. If you're new to that kind of business, you'll need some hand holding along the way. So I made this spreadsheet, and let's talk about. This thing keeps going like that. Okay, so I made this spreadsheet, and I made some examples. It's 70. This mailer, I think you can sell stuff in the lower end. The way it's targeted, the way it's working, the way this one is, I think it's $150,000 sales plus 150 to maybe 400. Some of them maybe above, but for the talking numbers, let's stick to these numbers. I'm trying to keep the lower end going up, but let the higher end run, right? So focus on the lower end. So I think kind of the lower end stuff we're buying for 75,000, selling for 150,000. And then we're paying a commission on the sell side. We're using a broker that's out there selling it, marketing it, kissing it goodbye, running it through title company, probably paying $2,500 on the sell side. And maybe half of that really in this area that kind of counts as the buy and the sell side. But I juice this up. Hopefully it's a lot less than that for this particular area. And profit would be like $60,000 or so. So you put up 75,000 and get back like 60,000. But to get that, how many of those do we get? This size mailer, I did like 20. I think it's about 2,600 mailers on this one. The way that video I just created came out, I think it's about 2,600 by the time it's all boiled down. I'm asking for $1,500 to put it all together, orchestrate it, dial it up, make it happen. Post office, this is like paper, envelope, postage, all that stuff. I'm calculating at like 45 cents a record on my numbers with my operations, my production, at cost kind of stuff to go make that happen. I can make that happen for you. This is an extra cost on top of the $1,500 that I'm asking for my time and energy to put this together. So I'll tell you what the cost is and just charge you at cost. And so I think that comes out to about $2,600, and 2,600 mailers, about $1 a mailer is how the math works on that. And I think this could be a lot more mailers and a lot more money, but I think this is targeted. This is highly targeted, and so it's a smaller mailer and less money, which I think is even more valuable than bigger mailers and lots more mail all over the place. The higher targeted stuff is just more efficient, right? And so I'd like to charge $1,500 per mailer instead of how many mailers, if that idea makes sense. And then I think out of 2,600 mailers, out of the history of doing mailers, I think looking at the numbers, I'm close to like 1 in 1,000, one deal per 1,000 mailers. Maybe the markets have changed over time and those numbers have slipped, but I think there's a good shot you get two deals out of this, maybe 1, 2, 3 deals out of this. Maybe you don't get any deals at all. That's part of the risk. You're rolling the dice. This is the highest risk part of this business, is paid for mail, sending mail. You might not get anything. You might do 2 or 3 of these mailers in a row and not get anything. And then you do one and you get a half dozen. And it's like, holy cow, why did that one work so much more than the others? Well, I'm sorry, I'm not that smart. But I try my heart out to get the ones that work better out of the gate. And I've learned a lot along the way, and paid a lot for that learning curve along the way. I'm trying to hit the best ones I can. And so if these hit, I think these kinds of numbers, maybe one, two, or three of these kinds of numbers can be really sound solid and serious and can happen. And if you don't have or don't want or don't believe in the financing to put up the money to buy these properties, I'm here. I mean, for good deals. I mean, I'll find it or figure it out, or well, I'm sure we can make it happen one way or another. We get a good, solid, awesome looking property to come through, let me know. I'll work on the financing of it, get it financed, and I'll try my heart out to get it financed for good looking ones. And at some rate, try to get the best kind of rates I think we can get for the property, and do some splits from there. If you need help reviewing the properties or negotiating or paperwork or whatever it might take to help land these deals, let me know. I'm here. $1,500 is to get the mail out the door, but as the deal happens, we start talking about some percentages and stuff, bits and pieces of the profits or something to go land the plane and make it happen. I'll show you how and help you pull it off. I'm here to fill in the gaps of what you don't know how to do or don't want to do, or yeah, you can outsource it back to me. And I'm hoping that you get a lot of these deals to go through over time and you come back and you hire more. Luke, let's do some more mailers. That's great. Let's do some more. Let's do it on a consistent basis over time. Bing, 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 one a month or one a week or whatever your schedule is. Let's set it up and let's crank out some mailers and make it more consistent over time. And I hope you bring the funds back, the gains back from those back to finance more mailers, finance other mailers with me or other deals that come from mailers eventually as your deals go through. I think you can build up the capital and finance these kinds of properties like a lot of the other people I work with have done or are doing. And we can, it creates trust. It creates, a better network. We can work together and do more deals out in the future. And I think it's more than just the mailer. It's a seed to plant a tree that I want to work with going into the future with you. That's what I'm doing. That's what I'm offering this for. That's why. And I think that means a lot to me. And if you believe in that, and if it means a lot to you, let's do some mailers. And so I put a link in the description below. Let me throw this on the screen. The link goes into this kind of screen, and it's $1,500. It asks for $1,500. Asks for your name, your email. You put your hit next. It starts asking for, you can pay with a credit card, debit card, or bank account, ACH style stuff. And it's saying this is to pay for the mailer. And I'm going to add on extra. I'm going to call you. I want to get in touch with you. I'm going to, reach out to you best I can. You might want to call me and give your phone number because this doesn't ask for a phone number. And so I can reach out to you and say, okay, here's the mailer I think I'd like to do. This is what I'm seeing. This is what looks good to me. Is it okay with you? Maybe it's a 5,000 unit mailer, or maybe it's a 1,000 unit mailer, but it's the size might go like this depending on the opportunity, and you can guide me in from there what your budget's like to be able to do that or not. And we can fire off the mailer, and I'll price it, I'll dial it up, and I'll make it happen. And together we could pull off the deals, or you can just go do them all on your own too. That's fine as well. Thanks for listening. Thanks for watching. This is Luke Smith, ruralvacantland.com. Watch the video, the previous video I just made about making these mailers and the strategies and stuff too. Or feel free to call me. I put my number in the description below as well as in that link to pay for mailers. And if you want to do a couple mailers, that's great as well. You can check out a couple times, and we can pile up numerous mailers. Let me know what your capacity is. Thank you. Talk to you soon. Bye.